Hey guys, how you doing? Dave here. Today we're making up a meatloaf, and I know there's so many variations of meatloaf, but this is my own variation that I've made for years. It's got a nice glaze to it. It's juicy. The way the flavors come together is so nice. You're going to want to make this for sure, so let me walk you through this. So what I've got here is a kilo of ground beef and pork, but you can just use ground beef if you like. I just kind of like this combination. I'm just going to go ahead and add this to a mixing bowl. Combine this with a finely chopped small onion, and you want this really finely chopped. 2 or 3 cloves of chopped garlic. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. See if you can get that little pun, guys. Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I actually gave it to you. A tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, which has to be the hardest word in the English language to say. A 1/4 cup of ketchup. Use a fairly good quality ketchup too. And salt and pepper to taste. You know me, I use quite a bit of pepper. An egg, and this is kind of the binding agent to the meatloaf. And last but not least, 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm using Italian here, but you can use panko, whatever you like. Then I'm just going to use my hands, there's really no other way to do this, and mix it up. You might just smell those flavors coming through. And I should add, you can use add your own special unique touch, you know, spices or whatever it might be. But this is kind of my favorite way of doing it. After everything's mixed up and you got a mixture of something like this, you can actually make a hamburger out of this, but it'll be one big burger. I'm going to add this to my loaf pan, and this is a box of loaf pan. This company sent me an awesome combination of stuff, and I'll just show it to you. Couple of spatulas, some mixing spoons, a square cake pan, a round cake pan, and a 16-cup muffin pan. And it's great because they're all silicone, so everything basically just falls out of here. So if you want to check this great product out, I'll put a link in the description section of the video. Just kind of put it in here, and I'm just going to press it down and form it out so it looks nice and pretty. It doesn't have to look that nice. I mean, you know, meatloaf can be kind of rustic. So it looks nice and fancy, something like this. I think this is going to be so yummy. And I'm just going to put this in the bottom of a baking tray. Just if any spillage, it's going to go into the baking tray and not the oven. And before I slip this in the oven, I'm just going to make a little glaze to go over the top. And this is simply just a 1/4 cup of ketchup with a tablespoon of brown sugar. It's a nice sweet glaze that's really tasty. Completely optional, but really yummy. Give it a mix up. Take my box of beef brush, which I forgot to mention, and kind of just layer it over the top. You know, I can't stress enough how this creates a nice glaze. Just makes the meatloaf. And I'm just going to kind of reserve half of it because I'm going to pull it out of the oven halfway through and give it another glaze. Now I'm going to slip this into a 350 degree Fahrenheit, 177 Celsius for about an hour. After about 30 minutes, I'm just pulled the meatloaf out of the oven, and I'm going to add an additional layer of that ever so yummy glaze. And we're going to slip this back in the oven for another 30 minutes. After about an hour, the meatloaf is beautifully done, and does it ever smell good? So what I'm going to do here is just pour some of the juices out. And you can go ahead and make gravy or, you know, whatever sauce you like out of this. So we're just going to go ahead and cut into this. And just look at this, guys. Doesn't this look delicious? And there you have it, guys. Dave's classic meatloaf. Okay, let's give this a taste test. I hate to blow my own horn, guys, but this is just incredible. The way the flavors come together, it's juicy, and that glaze is just incredible. You have to make this. For the full scoop on this recipe, head on over to cookandshare.com. All kinds of great stuff over there. Subscribe, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.